Hi everybody, and welcome to the Stamperia Magic Forest mini album tutorial series designed for ScrapNCreate. All of the Magic Forest papers, the flowers, and the metal pieces are from ScrapNCreate, and they are linked in the description box below. So this is my Magic Forest mini album that we will begin building in this tutorial series. I wanted it to look like a fairy tale book, so it does have that look throughout it, and then it has the wooden cover because it ties it into that forest theme. In this video, I'm going to go through all the supplies that you will need to create the album. All of the products from ScrapNCreate are linked in the description box below, as is the wooden cover that's linked in my Etsy shop because it is my design. So stay tuned for that. And then at the end of the video, we're going to begin building the base pages and some of the embellishments for the inside of the album. First, we're going to go through all of the supplies that are available on the ScrapNCreate website, and all of these products will be linked in the description box below. So if you want to purchase them, you can just head over there to pick everything up. So first, we're going to be using the double face sheets from the Magic Forest collection. We're going to be using the 12 by 12 and the 8 by 8 papers. So you'll need one of each of those. Then from the Magic Forest collection, you'll need one of the 12 by 12 backgrounds and one of the 8 by 8 backgrounds. We'll be using some of the paper cutouts for the ephemera pack. So this is also going to match from ScrapNCreate. Then from 49 and Market, we have the pistachio flowers. So we'll be using these on the front cover. When you purchase a lot of papers from the collection from ScrapNCreate, a lot of times they will give you these really cute metal pieces that are matching the collection. So there's a lot of pieces in here that we will be using throughout the album. So I've got my little bag of those. So all of this is on the ScrapNCreate website. And then next we'll go through some of the other products that you will need. To construct the base pages of the album, we're going to be using some cardstock. I have Kraft cardstock. I always start with 50 sheets. We will not use all of this, but I always just always start with that and go from there. I have mine from Michael's at 65 pounds. If you prefer a different brand, go ahead. If you prefer a different color, you can go ahead and pick a different color too. I'm also going to be using a couple of sheets of clear vellum. So I got mine at Hobby Lobby. You won't be using a bunch of sheets. I have 10 here, but we will only be using a couple. For my album cover, I have designed a wooden cover on my laser. It is laser cut. It has a flexible hinge. So this is the cover that I will be using for the album, and we'll be creating a floating spine. So this will not actually be seen. The pages will be in here, but we will be using this cover. And if you do not want to purchase this cover from my shop, then you can substitute using chipboard, and I will show you how you can do that. So it will not have this on it, obviously, but you don't have to purchase this cover to make this album. I will be using some magnets in the album, so I have some from Basic Gray. These are also from ScrapNCreate, so they will be linked in the description box below. I have some small brads. These are from Hobby Lobby. They are an assortment of gold, silver, bronze, and like a distressed, like old aged metal look. So I've got some of those that I'll be using. And then I have two different colors of twine. So I have this light green color that will match the paper, and then I've got just this brown natural twine. This one is from Joann's. I can't remember where I got this. It's several years old. It doesn't have to be this color. It can be any color that you choose. I'm not sure actually which color I'm going to use in the album, so I've just pulled both and will decide as I'm building the album. You'll also need a corner rounder. I have a 1/2 inch corner rounder that I'm going to be using for my pages in my album because the cover has some rounded corners, so I'm going to be rounding the corners on my pages. Now for some basic supplies for mini album making, you will need a scoring board and a scoring tool, whatever kind you prefer. You will also need a paper trimmer. So if you have a scoring board in one, you can use that, but if not, you can also bring in your paper trimmer. You will need a ruler, scissors, so I have my regular scissors and my fussy cutting scissors, a piercing tool, a pencil, a bone folder, and various types of adhesive. So I have 1/8 and 1/4 inch double-sided tape. I just have some masking that I use to place on the back of my brads. And I have my tacky glue. You can use any type of glue or adhesive that you prefer in your album. So go ahead and pick up all of those supplies. I may be adding a few extra things on here and there. It will obviously come at the end of this video. So before you start the tutorial, you will have all of the supplies that are needed. We will begin building the base pages of the album, and then we will begin decorating in each video after that. So stay tuned, and I hope you will join me in creating the Stamperia Magic Forest mini album. Don't forget to head over to ScrapNCreate.com to pick up all of these papers to follow along. To begin creating the base pages, we will need 4 pieces of Kraft cardstock. I did trim mine down, so they are 8 1/4 inches by 11 inches. So we're going to place this piece with the 11-inch side along the top of the scoring board, and we are going to score at 5 1/4 and 10 1/2. We're going to repeat that with all 4 pieces, and this is going to create our pocket pages that are going to have a top loading pocket. So 5 1/4, 10 1/2. Next, I'm going to use my bone folder, and I'm going to score these creases. If you are new to mini album making, we have scored on this side. We are going to actually be folding over. So this is where we've scored. I'm going to flip this over and fold into the score line. This will help the pages lay flatter where the score line is. If you score it the opposite direction, it doesn't always lay as flat. I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to fold my 1/2 inch tab over. So now I have my page. This is going to go in the hinge, and then this will close. We'll put adhesive here, and then we'll have the top loading pocket. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat that process with these other 3 pieces of paper. Now that I have my page finished, I'm going to mark them so I know which side is front and back, because I don't want to accidentally have something be upside down eventually. So I just put P1 front and then P1 back. And the same thing, P2 front, P2 back, and so on. Next, I'm going to use my corner rounder only on the right-hand side where my album cover is rounded. So this is where you want to make sure that you have your pages in the correct orientation. I have my tab on the left side of the front. Then I'm going to take my corner rounder and just round both of these corners. Throughout my album, I'm going to be adding some green foliage just because it's the Magic Forest. I do want this to look a little different than some other albums I've created. So I am going to be cutting these. I'm using my Graphic 45 die, and this paper here from the backgrounds paper, the 12 by 12, I'm going to be cutting this entire sheet. Now, if you don't have the Graphic 45 die, you can use any other die that has some type of foliage. So I've got some of these Sizzix Tim Holtz dies, but really anything works. It doesn't have to be this, so you can use whatever you want. Or you can completely skip this step if you don't want to add this, if you want your album just to be pretty basic and flat without all the extra stuff. So this will be an add-on, an option. I'm going to show you how I'm going to make these a little bit sturdier. So I'm going to take my die and I'm going to cut all of these out first, and then we're going to be using Mod Podge and a sponge brush to make them a little bit sturdier. So now that I have all of my pieces cut, I'm going to go ahead and take some Mod Podge. The nice thing about working on a glass mat is I can just use it to do this. If you are not using a glass mat, you might want to put some type of paper down on your surface so that it doesn't ruin anything. And I'm just going to brush my Mod Podge right over top of my leaves. And your hands are going to get a little bit messy here, but just take your time. You can do both sides of the leaves if you want to. You can do a couple of layers. Obviously, if you do both sides and a couple of layers, these leaves are going to be stronger so that they don't tear or rip when they're in the album. But it's completely up to you how much Mod Podge you want to put on your leaves. So I'm just going to go ahead and add a layer to both sides of my pieces, and I'm going to let them dry, and then we'll come back for the next step of the album.